Good morning. 15 years ago, about 15 years ago, I became the rector of All Saints Episcopal Church and Day School in Phoenix, Arizona. All Saints is a large Episcopal church, and All Saints Day School is a large day school. I had 5 kids living at home, and in the morning I would take 3 of the kids to the day school. I would work all day, and then I would pick kids up and I would drive them to practices and exercise while they were at practice. I would eat a fish sandwich from McDonald's, and then I would come home and go to bed and do it all over again. I was there for about a year, and I decided I probably ought to have a doctor. And so I found a doctor, and I went to the doctor, and I came in, and we nodded, and he began to give me a physical, and he took the blood pressure pump, and he put it on my arm. Took my blood pressure twice, then he left the room. He came back with a nurse and a different blood pressure cuff, and she put the blood pressure cuff on me, and she went, and he looked at the numbers. He excused her, and then he looked at me and he said, "You should be dead. Don't exercise." He sent me to a cardiologist, and the cardiologist said to me, "Your heart is stuck on." The heart is like a light switch. It goes on and off and on and off and on and off. There is a natural rhythm to it of action and rest. Action as it shoots the blood out, rest as it restores. Systolic, diastolic, action, rest, action, rest. Then he looked at me and he said, "You know, your heart does not exist in a cement block. What is going on in the outside of your life affects the inside of your life." I think it's fair to say that what is going on in the outside of all of our lives affects the inside of all of our lives. And I think it's also fair to say that we live in a high blood pressure world, and as the cardiologist said, our culture is stuck on. Digital wireless connections changed everything. That is the single most thing that has changed so much in our planet. Most of us are connected 24 hours a day. We are yoked and tethered to devices that never sleep. In some sense, we are connected to all things at all times. We live in a 24-hour news cycle, so all day long, perhaps even while I'm speaking to you, a lot of bad news might be pouring into my right pocket, or it might be pouring into my phone on my bedside table because I now have my alarm on my phone. We can be reached by a tremendous number of people 24 hours a day. We can be pinged, buzzed, vibrated almost wherever we go on the whole planet. We are beginning to move at a digital speed, and the digital speed is somewhere between instant and immediate. Many of us spend so many hours a day on screens that it is literally rewiring our brains. We are literally becoming like our machines, right? Our brains are malleable and they adapt to the circumstances, and so they are adopting the speed of our screens so that our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. And if you follow the research, I should end my sermon about here because you're all going to start to space out.